Hello, and welcome. It's Fiona Bolton here, and I am in such an amazing space, and I can't wait to share this incredible seminar with you. So, thank you for joining me and for wanting to know what to do when IVF fails. So, I want to know there's a lot of you who are watching from all over the world, and I'd love to see in the comment box, if you can see on the right hand side, whereabouts you are listening in from, be it Western Australia, London, perhaps New York, perhaps New Zealand. Let me know. Can you see the chat button? I'd love to see. Aha, Ren from Albany. Oh, Agata, you're from Poland. Haley, you're having trouble logging in, but now you're here. Fantastic. Yeah, there is a number of people who are having trouble logging in. So I'm so glad you are here. Anna from Warwick in the UK. Wonderful. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Well, right, I've just been told by my tech team I need to turn my slides on. I'm just hoping you can see my slides now. I'm screen sharing my slides with you. Can you see my slides? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. We are now ready to start. I'm very excited. All right. So my name is Fiona Bolton. Thank you so much for carving out some time. And I'm going to be as quick as possible to leave you some time for some Q&As at the end, because this is a really important topic that we're discussing here. And I really want to make sure that you are getting your questions answered. So if you have any questions, please let me know and I will refer to it at the end of the seminar. I'll go through what was happening in the chat box and take things from there. Right, now I'm going to press record and get us started. All right, so welcome. All right, I'm streaming live, as you know, from Western Australia. You might have missed it if you've only just joined, but I wanted to say that I'm live here in Western Australia, my hometown in Perth, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. So thank you so much for joining me. Now, I wanted to run through a couple of things with you. If you have been trying to get pregnant month after month and you're not getting anywhere, or you've tried one or two or even three rounds of IVF and failed, I mean, even one round is detrimental. Or if you've managed to conceive but you've unfortunately miscarried, or if you've been concerned in the past that no matter what you do, it just doesn't work. Well, listen, I want you to put these fears to rest. And I also want you to be aware of scaremongering fertility doctors that often use manipulative sales strategies to hook you in. And they want you to think that you can't get pregnant without multiple rounds of IVF and, or any kind of assisted fertility. But that is not true. Okay. It is honestly, it's fear mongering because it forces you to feel that out of a fear-based decision that IVF is the only answer. And sometimes it's not. And a lot of the times we really need to prepare our minds and our bodies to make sure IVF works. And this is why I've created this seminar for you. So I want you to take a step back. And if you have had fertility doctors tell you some detrimental statistics or news and you think that, it's going to be difficult for me to have children or difficult for me to conceive or difficult for me to succeed with IVF and I'm going to need a number of rounds, this is really just a sales strategy. Okay. And I don't want you to give your power away to such doctors and situations. So let's create faster fertility success today. Now, who is with me? Let me know in the comment box. So I'm here to show you how to have faster fertility success and to run through some facts that your doctor probably hasn't even told you. So does this sound like fun? Let me know. Let me know in the Q&A box that you were just mentioning where you're from before, and let's keep this interactive and fun. Because my goal in this seminar is that I want to help women and couples who have the happy, healthy baby, and to show you that this phenomenal fertility journey can truly be a joyous and amazing experience, which I know you may not be thinking is the case so far, but it can be, and it really, really is. So also my goal for the seminar is that the only way for you to create fertility success that supports every element of your being and your body so that you have a happy, healthy baby is through my Fertile Lifestyle course. And hand on heart, this is what I've seen since 2007. And this is what I want to share with you tonight. And it's really, really important before we get started. You signed up to me today for a reason. And there was something about this seminar that appealed to you. And to make the most out of our time today, I really want you to just turn off any kind of device, anything that's going to cause any kind of distraction so that you can get the most out of this seminar. And with that being said, let's get this party started. So some of you may know me, some of you may not. My name is Fiona Boulton, and you might be wondering, why am I sharing this powerful information with you today? And the thing is, I am a wife, and I am a wife to a British gentleman, and I am also a stepmom to 3 gorgeous children. One's called Bella, one's called Indy, one's called Ben, and I'm a fertility activator. That's actually what I do. I activate fertility for people so I can help them to turn their fertility back on despite the odds, and I'm also a fertility healer. And I've helped women and couples who've been told the odds have been against them and that they were unable to have their children. And in fact, 80% of all of my clients have gone on to have their happy, healthy babies. And I help my clients to have faster fertility success. And I help women and couples that want to conceive naturally. And I also help those, you might be one of them, who have wanted to use or still want to use IVF or IUI or ICSI to improve chances of success. Now, I've been helping fertility clients all over the world achieve incredible results since 2007. And my unique program has an 80% success rate. Like, honestly, it's 80%. And this is of live births. And this is for women giving birth to happy, healthy babies. Now, this is not compared to IVF figures. IVF alone has a 25% success rate, but that's not live births, and that's not women in their 40s. And my average client is 43. So what I do genuinely works, and this is what I want to share with you tonight. And I've developed a system, you see, that has helped hundreds of women, hundreds, if not thousands of women, who've actually been told by their doctors before coming to see me that they would either never have a baby or really struggle and actually be turned away by IVF clinics for different reasons. And because I've turned things around for them, I've actually got some amazing statistics, which is nice. But what makes me most excited is seeing the lives of the women that this system impacts. It's the flow-on effect with their family and their loved ones because they become a better version of themselves. And that's what I want for you. So a little bit more about me. Not many people know this about me, but I've got a degree in Japanese. I was a Japanese translator prior to being in fertility. And I was a Japanese medical translator because I've always been passionate about healing and helping people to heal. And it was by chance when I was at university that I thought it would be fun to complete a therapeutic yoga teacher training course. And I'd never planned on being a yoga teacher. It was more of self-interest, and I wanted to learn how to heal myself in case I ever got diagnosed with liver cancer. I don't know where that came from, but I was getting a little bit paranoid and thought, let's learn about that. And after university, I lived in Japan for a number of years, and I gained Japanese fluency. I was top 10% of the state in Western Australia for my Japanese. And as my sister was living in London, as soon as I graduated from uni, I thought, why do I want to live in Queensland. No offense to anyone living in Queensland. It wasn't really something that I wanted to do, especially when I had my sister in England and she said, come over here. And without doing any research, I assumed that there would be lots of Japanese jobs in the UK, but actually that wasn't the case. So it was great living in the UK, living with my sister, having lots of fun. And I began as a Japanese medical translator. However, when that contract ended, I was spending months and months searching for jobs that, really just weren't available to me. And I was actually, unfortunately, being paid minimum wage for my translations. It was really, really heartbreaking. So, I could hardly afford my rent and food. So I had to make some changes because, to make things worse, I was in a horrible relationship with an abusive man at the time. We were engaged in Australia, and that was also one of the reasons why I wanted to get far away to the UK. I was clinically depressed. My hormones were a mess. I had adult acne. I had horrific mood swings. I couldn't sleep. I was on sleeping tablets when I first came to the UK. Even though I was meditating daily and doing yoga daily, I was literally a big ball of stress and nothing in my life was working. And I felt terrible because I knew I could do better. I always felt I was destined for more and that I could help people to make a difference somehow, but I knew I had to live it myself. And so what I did is I started to learn some Qigong, and this is the ancient Chinese energy healing modality, by the way. It's used in Korea, China, and Tibet in hospitals to heal the body. It's very similar to Tai Chi. And as I was already practicing my yoga each day, and I was still a ball of stress, as you know, and had major imbalances, when I was practicing the Qigong and integrating that into my yoga routines and also teaching it to private clients, I noticed my own health beginning to massively, rapidly transform. And so were my clients. So after just a couple of weeks of doing this tri-healing of, morning yoga and Qigong and meditation, together, collectively, my depression began to lift and I started to feel a lot lighter and a lot brighter. I was losing weight again because I'd gained what we call the Heathrow injection when you come to the UK, get a couple of tires around the middle. That was beginning to balance because I was balancing my hormones and my stress levels. And within a month, my skin began to clear up and the acne, very, very chunky acne, literally disappeared. And yeah, that was something I'd struggled with for quite a long time once I was in the UK. So anyway, it now became crystal clear to me that it's so important to manage our hormones and our mental health and our energy levels, as well as our happiness. So I knew I wasn't going to get ahead translating for clinical trials and to make a little extra cash to make ends meet, doing yoga here and there. So I decided to follow my dream. And I wanted to create my own style of yoga. So I got worldwide accreditation for my brand of yoga called Ki Yoga, which is a powerful tri-healing art form that I use to heal myself using that therapeutic hatha yoga, as well as the Qigong and some specific meditations. And my classes began to grow organically and quickly, and my clients were noticing amazing healing benefits with all of them. And, I had women who were healing themselves of asthma, and women who were healing themselves of joint pain, back pain, people who couldn't have full mobility to go swimming were able to go swimming after 6 months. Profound, phenomenal changes. But the biggest impact I was having on people was their fertility. And client after client would contact me and tell me that my yoga had helped them get pregnant. And at first I didn't believe them, and I was doing a lot of teacher training, teaching my styles to other people that wanted to learn my style and become Ki Yoga teachers. And literally 80% of all of them were getting pregnant. And it was phenomenal. So by this point, my yoga teacher training had grown so much that I was able to quit my Japanese translating and focus full time on the yoga and creating different studios across London. And I also learned that normal fertility yoga wasn't enough to get the best results for my clients that were coming to see me specifically for fertility, and I wanted to have a lasting change and improvement in fertility markers. So what my clients needed to focus on were extra areas. In addition to the yoga, they needed to focus on other aspects of their body, their mind, and their soul. And it needed to be really simple and a step-by-step process that was easy to follow. And as a result, I changed the way I was running my fertility yoga classes. And after I did that, my success rate went through the roof, and nearly all of my clients would fall pregnant from that point on. So the only ones that wouldn't were the ladies that were applying that were not applying the mind, body, soul approach. They were just choosing one aspect or another aspect, or they weren't taking on the fertility aspect. So for example, clients that would say, I'm already meditating and I want to stick to my own meditations, which is fine, but I've got specific fertility meditations. If they're combining that with everything else I do, it adds to it. But if they don't take on the fertility meditation as well, because that's where I feel the transformation happens with effortless ease, where clients can just listen to a meditation falling to sleep, which helps to open up their mind like a sponge and absorb the information and rewire the brain and rewire the body. So a couple of these lifestyle tweaks, when they incorporate everything that I have to offer, it makes a huge difference to their well-being, their mindset, their approach to life, and just overall happiness. And that is the key to fertility success. So suddenly I was seeing women who had been told that the odds were against them, or worse, that they'd never be able to fall pregnant. And they actually came to me and not only fell pregnant once, but they ended up having multiple children, not twins. A few women had twins naturally, but most of them hadn't. But it was like multiple pregnancies where they're giving birth to happy, healthy children, despite being told by doctors previously it was never going to work for them, or that they had a very small chance. So this is when I realized that the secret to creating faster fertility success was supporting the body, the mind, and the soul, and simultaneously addressing fertility blockages. And that's where I feel you're at. If you're watching this and you failed IVF, then there are some fertility blockages that we can clear. So my plan was to start helping my clients, just like you, with weekend workshops and ad hoc events, as well as regular yoga classes that address all these underlying issues that would lead to fertility challenges. So I started creating and trialing and testing a program that I could share with my clients, but it didn't stop there. So together, I then coached and helped them implement these fundamental lifestyle mindset, soul set changes throughout their lives. And each client was unique and had different fertility challenges, but it didn't matter. I coached them no matter what fertility challenge they had. And, even to this day, I have women who would like complimentary consultations with me. Each person who joins my fertility help group gets a complimentary consult. And some women are so fearful to give me lists. Like I've had 4 A4 pages of ailments from women who say, would you actually take me on considering all of these ailments? And it's like, it's not necessarily the ailments, it's your attitude. If you believe that you're going to have a baby, you just don't know how, then I can help. So I can help to reverse a lot of these physical issues that people are suffering with. Because as we know, the mind has a map of the body, and if you change the map, you can change the body. And so, it's just been an amazing process. And I was seeing clients with all kinds of challenges, and each of them were improving, whether they had PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, unexplained infertility, subfertility, secondary infertility, which is when they've been able to have their first child but struggle to have a second, endometriosis, hormone imbalances, excess stress levels, you name it. But there was still a problem. I was working with my clients on a one-on-one basis, and we were having one coaching session a week. And the sessions would go great. We'd make massive headway, create a clear action list, and bust through any mindset barriers that they had at the time. But then after the session, my clients would often face personal challenges or other mindset barriers in between our sessions that would then throw them off course, and they'd lose momentum, or they'd feel bad because they weren't continuing to make progress. And it wasn't their fault. Change is difficult, and they needed more support. So I ended up getting so frustrated, and I didn't want them to be stalling. I didn't want to see them stalling. So when I knew what was possible for them, I decided to create a platform, which I want to share with you tonight, that would make it literally super easy to deliver the content that my clients needed to create their fertile lifestyle. And this included daily accountability to help them move forward every single day, as well as support them to move past any mindset barriers from, past trauma or believing in certain statistics or things that they've heard or issues that might have arisen on their fertility journey. So I chose to call it the Fertile Lifestyle Course. And I thought if I could create something that would make it possible for my clients to follow a step-by-step program to live a fertile lifestyle and have their happy, healthy baby and have daily accountability and my support to do it, then they'll see amazing results. So after months of planning and creating and tweaking and long days testing every single aspect of what it takes to live a fertile lifestyle, I created the Fertile Lifestyle Course. And I now help my clients create a fertile lifestyle and achieve faster fertility success without the headache and the heartache. And I then started to let other women with the fertility challenges use my Fertile Lifestyle Course. And we got some amazing success. So if you've got a pen and paper, I recommend writing this down, because as a result, all of this, from all of this stuff that I was teaching them, they were able to achieve the following. I've helped thousands of women all over the world to live a fertile lifestyle. I have worked with women and couples all over the world, including England, Poland, Egypt, Bahrain, Israel, Australia, no surprise there, USA, Canada, and all throughout Europe. There's a lot of women actually in Nigeria that I'm helping, and I have helped for quite a few years. So it's everywhere. This program works no matter where you are in the world. And 80% of the ladies who have completed my Fertile Lifestyle Course have given birth to happy, healthy babies. And this is really lovely, seeing so many women have their happy, healthy babies, because a lot of women are scared. When they're over 40, they think that there's going to be chromosomal issues. And I can help to heal the body, to regenerate your eggs. A lot of women come to me and they're going through early miscarriage. And I will help them to start getting regular periods and then go on and have a happy, healthy baby. And that's the key. I know that you're listening to this because you want to have a baby, and a lot of women just want a healthy baby. It's not just any baby. So this is why when you prepare your mind, your body, your soul all together, because as we know, fertility, making babies, it is a spiritual experience. When you do all of that together, you can achieve health and harmony for you and for your baby. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to ruin your health in any way, shape, or form to get the results that you're looking for. So most of the people that have joined my course were working way too hard on their fertility and not seeing results for the amount of work that they were putting in. And they were feeling overwhelmed and not knowing the best steps to make on their fertility journey. But now, when they start my course, they've got the clarity. They know where they're going. They know how to get there. And most importantly, they are truly enjoying their fertility journey once more. And I want this for you, because after creating the Fertile Lifestyle Course, I was not only able to have a career that I love and that I'm super passionate about, as you can probably tell from my other YouTube videos and Facebook videos as well. I've also been able to fulfill my career goal of doing something more for my life and really being able to give back to others. And to be truly honest with you, where I'm coming from is I want to re-empower women. And I believe women who are on their fertility journey and things aren't going well for them, they can become very disempowered. They can give their power away to authority, to others, other people, other statistics. And I want them to be the best version of themselves so that they can have a new generation of children that are the best versions of themselves. So I am massive on women being confident. If you're confident, your baby's confident, because your baby is 50% you. It is not and never will be a better version of you. So if I can get you in peak state, that doesn't mean you have to be the perfect figure, the perfect this, the perfect that. It's about you being the best version of you emotionally and mentally. The rest will fall into place. And it's also mainly about intention. So this is where the power, the science that backs all of what I do comes into play. And this is why when you think yourself fertile, you can then eat, drink, and cook yourself fertile with the right foods and nutrition plan. You can reprogram yourself fertile. You can de-stress and sleep yourself fertile. You can move yourself fertile, and scientifically and spiritually transform yourself fertile. This is how powerful this course is. So how does this apply to you? You might be thinking that you're not interested in supporting your body, mind, and soul to become baby ready, and that you just want to focus on your hormones or your specific fertility challenge, but living a fertile lifestyle still applies to whatever your fertility challenge is. Because here's how people traditionally support fertility. They might get some pharmacy brand fertility supplements, which I don't recommend. A lot of them have fillers and binders. So if you're buying conventional fertility supplements, check the ingredients. And if you're unsure, take a photo, put it into my fertility help group on Facebook, and I will run through what ingredients means what and whether they're going to be beneficial for you or not. And to date, I haven't seen any supermarket brand fertility supplements, even though they are promoted by doctors, to actually be useful, because they're full of synthetic chemicals, synthetic fake vitamins and minerals, which your body cannot digest and doesn't know what to do with. And it's full of fillers and binders and other nasties. So anyway, I digress. A lot of people are on these brands, and they speak to their doctor or their specialist about treatments that might help. And even though they're costly and painful and have high failure rates, they believe that that's the only thing they can do. And this is why it's so hard for them, because you might be the same. You might feel that if you do that, you have no control over your success, and you end up leaving everything up to everyone else, which is stressful and disempowering. So living a fertile lifestyle puts you back in the driver's seat of your fertility journey. It empowers you with the right knowledge to make educated decisions about the best next steps to grow your family. So is this making sense? Does this make sense so far? Let me know in the comment box. Do you want to get control back in your life? Do you want to get control back on your fertility journey? And are you ready to take the reins and be the master of your fertility journey? Or are you happy to not be the master? Are you wanting others to guide you? I don't think that would be the case. I'm thinking that you might want to reclaim your power. You might want to feel confident again, confident in your body, confident in your journey, in the knowing that, yes, I am going to have a baby and I'm going to enjoy how to get there. It doesn't have to be about pain and suffering, because that's not the key to faster fertility success. It comes down to joy. It really does. And I'll talk about that more in the end if you don't get it by the end of my seminar. So I love seeing the feedback. Thank you so much. All right, let's meet the Kenwicks. Living a fertile lifestyle helped me to balance my hormones, eliminate depression, and create a life that I truly love. And it even helped me come to the decision not to have my own baby and instead focus on my stepchildren. So this is what's happened for me. It's funny because my dad, and I'm sure you're the same, you guys might hear from your parents, a bit of pressure about children when the grandchildren coming, and my dad still checks in with me. Are you sure you don't want to have children? It's like, you know what? I don't. I want to balance my hormones. I want to eliminate depression. I want to keep my energy levels high. I am such a hands-on stepmom. Like, I do way more than their own mum. I have a beautiful relationship with my stepkids, and it's a very honest relationship. I don't act as a friend, but I'm different to their parents. Like, they don't tell their parents everything. They're really honest with me. They know that honesty is the best thing. And I love the relationship I have with them. I met my stepchildren when they were really young. The youngest was 5, and now he's 15. So he really is like my son, bless him. It's a beautiful thing. And it's something that, because we are so hands-on, such hands-on parents, I don't have time for my own children. I value my clients. I want my clients to achieve success. And there's only so many hours in the day where you can have quality relationships with others around you and be there for your work. So for that reason, no, I'm not having children. But I want to share a story about the Kenwicks in Dorset, England. Now, when the Kenwicks came to me, they had been suffering from fertility a number of problems actually with their fertility. And they were finding that their fertility journey was very difficult and very painful. Yet with the support of my Fertile Lifestyle course, they both felt back in control and really, really genuinely positive about their situation. I was able to turn things around for them, and it also helped reconnect them as a couple. And it strengthened their relationship during a challenging time. So here's what they had to say. We've never been healthier or happier as a result of our Fertile Lifestyle course. In fact, I would recommend doing the course, not just for fertility reasons. We have so much more energy now, and we've learned how to manage stress effectively. We will continue to follow this new lifestyle and everything we have learned long after the course has finished. Thank you, Fiona. And these guys, Mrs. Kenwick had her happy, healthy baby. She was 38, that they had been trying for a very long time. And I have to admit, her husband was really, really dedicated and really, really focused. And it's really beautiful to see. But I want you to realize that if you're like a lot of women out there that are forcing supplements down your man's throat, it's very, very normal. Yes, he wants the baby. Yes, he wants to support you. Yes, he wants to be happy. And for some reason, they just struggle to keep up with their supplements because, male fertility issues are really easily remedied in just 3 months if they're on the right nutritional program. This is something I work with. And this is what the Kenwicks were dealing with as well. So it's him, her factor. And he was so, so, so proactive. And it was fantastic to see. Super, super supportive. But I want you to know, lovely ladies, if your man doesn't seem to be, do not worry. Honestly, about 98% of all the clients I've had in the past 13 years have been like that. But I can counsel you through. It's something that I help all of my clients with. But I digress. So let's get back on track. What we are covering today, 3 top secrets. And this is really important if you're worried about failing IVF or if you have failed IVF. Secret number 1, why egg reserve is irrelevant, because it's all about the egg health. It's something I spoke about in yesterday's live. I don't know if you saw my live Facebook video yesterday. We just did discuss this, and it was in the comment boxes as well. So I recommend getting into the fertility help group later and having a watch and a read of that to help with a bit more of understanding about the egg health. Secret number 2, why unexplained infertility is a medical myth and what it really means. Secret number 3, the crucial factor in creating faster fertility success that your doctor hasn't told you. Okay, so secret number 1. So some women think, I have poor egg reserve, the fertile lifestyle won't work for me. Well, let me tell you a quick story. When I first started helping women on their fertility journey, they would talk to me about AMH and having low AMH or low egg reserve levels. And IVF clinics would tell me that would tell my clients, I should say, that they had a low AMH level or low egg reserve, and they wouldn't be able to fall pregnant very easily, if at all. But I had my doubts about this theory, but it wasn't until I worked with Anne that I realized that egg reserve is irrelevant and it's all about egg health. So let me tell you about Anne. Here's a case study I'd like to share with you. When Anne came to see me, she was told by her IVF clinic that she had non-existent AMH. So they turned her away and they said they can't deal with her. And hearing that she had non-existent AMH, I thought, of which, by the way, she was only in her late 30s at the time, and relatively healthy, I have to admit. So it just didn't seem to make sense. And I thought I would be able to help. I thought I wouldn't be able to help in the beginning, and that because, I'd been told myself and doing my own training about fertility that AMH levels dictate fertility. It would mean that she therefore wasn't fertile. And so I spoke about it with her. We approached the subject carefully because I felt at that stage I should turn her away. I never, ever take on a client if I feel I can't help them. I don't want to waste anyone's time or anyone's money. It's not fair. So anyway, she was in floods of tears and she told me that I was her only hope and that she had such a good feeling about me and that she just knew that what I did could genuinely help her. She was quite in tune and intuitive, and she's quite a powerful woman, amazing woman. So she was really following her intuition and saying to me that she wanted me to help her. And I was really frank with her, and I said that I couldn't guarantee that she would fall pregnant. And Anne accepted that. Fine. She said that she was going to go ahead and do a consultation, and then she ended up doing some sessions, and she was working with me. She was actually one of my longest clients. She was with me for about 2 years, but she was determined that this was going to work for her. And she did my fertile lifestyle course, and she was focused, and every week we would touch base and do an extra session together. And she was taking all of my Powerfully Pure supplements, and she was doing the healing activations when we'd get together as well. And after a while of working with her, and she was learning more about the course, she contacted me and she said, I've just achieved what doctors call a miracle. She said, I'm pregnant. And she later gave birth to her baby girl. She has 2 children now. She has a boy and a girl. And she said, this AMH thing, obviously, because all of my clients, by the way, they improve AMH levels. And she said, I don't know how you did it. Doctors don't know how you did it. It's totally amazing. And I've actually got a written testimonial from Anne I'm happy to share with anyone after this as well. And she's one of those women who's happy to share her story with anyone except the media. But she's happy to speak to a lot of my clients about her journey, because she knows how painful and confusing it could be, and how when you get the if a client tells me that they have low or non-existent AMH, I don't turn them away, and I share Anne's story. In fact, there's a lot of women that are like Anne who I've seen since, and they go on to have their 2nd and 3rd babies naturally. So you might be thinking, I don't understand how a fertile lifestyle will improve my AMH levels or even improve my egg health. Your IVF clinic might have told you have low or non-existent AMH, or whether it's even necessary to improve egg health, because your clinic hasn't really talked about it. And I understand that that's the case, and if that's where you've come from. But the truth is, focusing on epigenetics and improving your egg health will lead to having a healthier body for you, which impacts your genes and therefore your baby's genes. And as you embark on a fertile lifestyle, your egg health will improve, and so too do your chances of faster fertility success. So, IVF clinics use different markers and parameters to suit their industry. So multi-million dollar industry. And if they were truly interested in their clients falling pregnant, then they would be sharing this information, the same kind of information I'm sharing with you tonight, but they don't. And they genuinely want you to in your IVF clinics. And they want you to fail, because then they can enjoy you spending more and more money doing multiple rounds of IVF. And I'm sorry, but that is the case. I've been in this industry a long time, and I'm sure you can tell as well. So, secret number 2, why unexplained infertility is a medical myth and what it really means. So a lot of people think that they have unexplained infertility, or that the odds are against them, and that they might be better off giving up. And I want to discuss a little bit of background with you. When I first started helping women and couples on their fertile lifestyle journey, I thought I had to know all the answers to every possible fertility challenge before I could even help them. So I got to work researching any and every kind of fertility challenge you could imagine. I worked tirelessly for months, reading, researching, scrolling through published journal articles, getting my hands on everything I possibly could, even going to the library. But it's way back then too. But it didn't work. I would still get clients coming to me with nuanced problems. And I realized I was missing something. And then I thought about how I'd helped Anne. At the time, I actually didn't think that I could help her, but because of her persistence, we embarked on her fertile lifestyle journey together and saw phenomenal and unexpected results. And that got me thinking about all of my other clients and their incredible successes. And I realized the medical system looks at fertility challenges in isolation, but the body doesn't work in isolation. It doesn't work in isolated segments. It works as a whole body, and it works together. And there was a common thread amongst all of my clients that if the ones who are following a fertile lifestyle protocol and getting great results, it was them and then that I realized that it was the success, excuse me, that their success had nothing to do with the original diagnosis that they came in with, but it was their lifestyle and mindset factors that they applied that broke them free of their diagnosis and into having faster fertility success. So then it all happened. And if by chance I realized the work of the amazing Dr. Bruce Lipton. He is a cellular biologist. Now, back in the 1970s, Dr. Bruce Lipton was a leading professor on genetics. And at the time, the accepted stance was that your genetics dictate your health. So if you had a family history of a certain genetic illness, you would be a victim to the same outcome. But he stated, doing some research using stem cells, he had 3 Petri dishes, each containing the exact same thing, stem cells. Stem cells are genetically identical, meaning that based on the science at the time, if you have 3 Petri dishes containing genetically identical cells, no matter what you do to them, they will produce the same outcome, because if DNA determines the outcome and DNA is the same, you'll get the same result. And Dr. Bruce Lipton put a different culture in each of the Petri dishes, therefore creating a different environment, and the culture of the environment that they're placed in gave different results. So he was shocked to discover that each of the Petri dishes came out with a completely different outcome. He turned, one of them turned to bone tissue, one of them turned to fat, and another to muscle. He repeated the experiment over and over and over again and kept getting the same results. It blew him and so many other professionals away. Because, believe it or not, he was actually teaching his students that your DNA determines your health. But what he discovered was the opposite. So he was discovering that your DNA doesn't matter as much as the environment, and that the environment has a bigger impact on your genes. Now, is that not incredible? Does that not excite anyone? That just really, really excites me. And this is why I have my epigenetic protocol. It means what's on top of the cells, what's on top of the genes, how we can turn your body from survive mode into thrive mode. So going back to Bruce Lipton, I'm such a fan of his, and I definitely recommend you look into his work, and especially the book Biology of Belief. It's also an audio book. Phenomenal. It will help you to understand that what you think really does impact on your health and well-being. So that's why I've created this epigenetic protocol based on his science. So what does this mean for your fertile lifestyle? I finally cracked the code. That's what it means. Because the reason for fertility or a fertile lifestyle protocol working is that I use epigenetics. Epi meaning above the gene or the environment, to improve your whole body and the mindset health, and therefore get incredible results no matter what the fertility challenge is. So now, if you're wondering why your doctor hasn't told you this information, don't worry, it's not your fault or even their fault, because the reason why your doctor doesn't tell you this information is because they don't even know. It takes around 20 or even more years for scientific developments to filter through the medical system. So as I've continued to help more and more women and couples each week with a huge range of fertility challenges, it proves to me that unexplained infertility is a myth. It's just that your doctor doesn't have any other way of saying that they don't have a label for your symptoms. And often I find that if you've got unexplained infertility, you're super fertile. You're just needing to tweak 1 or 2 things. And by doing my course, it's like running a fine-tooth comb through your lifestyle. And we will make sure that we're ironing out any kinks that need to be ironed out. And women with unexplained infertility get phenomenal results with me quite quickly. some of them within 1 month, 2 months even. Very, very quick results. So this is something that I love about the program that I've developed. And it's amazing to see, because a lot of these women have had unexplained infertility for so many years, and it's more challenging for them to not have a label. But you can understand the doctors didn't know what label to give them. So it's this catch-22 situation. But unfortunately, it means there's been a lot of suffering and heartache along the way. So what's clear is that you don't need a label to have a solution and to be able to create faster fertility success. So let's go on to secret number 2. Some women or couples might be thinking that I've been told I have unexplained infertility and I want to know a clear prognosis before I embark on any kind of protocol. I've been trying so many different things for so long, and I just want to know that what I'm doing is definitely helping to support fertility. Or they're so tired of so many things and they don't want to put their life on hold any longer, as they feel that they've put their life on hold as they try to have a baby. And well, the truth is, living a fertile lifestyle gives you a clear path to follow, no matter what your specific fertility challenge is. And even if you have unexplained infertility, it's a step-by-step proven formula with different options to suit your life. So when you start approaching fertility from a whole body approach, the benefits are far-reaching. And most of my clients tell me that their mood improves, their hormones start to balance, and they become nicer people, and they have more energy, and they feel more content with themselves. Is that making sense? I just want to take a minute and check in with everyone. How is it going so far? I hope you're loving this. Let me know. Leave any comments in the comment box. If you're loving some of these truth bombs that I'm dropping, let me know. I would love to hear. Excuse me whilst I take a drink. All right, let's go on to secret number 3, shall we? Oh, there we go. Secret number 3. So, some people might say, and you might even be thinking too, I've got a great rapport with my doctor. I'm sure they're telling me everything. They really do want to help me. Well, that may be true. Let me explain. Because I consider myself a bit of a nerd, and I'm constantly learning and researching new and better ways to support my clients, for a long time there was an element that I was applying in my own life that wasn't being included with my client's life. And I felt like it was a bit too woo-woo and would scare people off. So to be honest with you, I was worried about sharing this information with them. But I mean, logically, it made sense to me because I had read the data to support it. But when there aren't that many people talking about it, it was difficult for me to share. So when I first learned about this data backing all of this, I was so excited, and I couldn't stop reading and researching more and more and more, and to see really where the truth is. And I've got Tony Robbins up on display, and he says that success leaves clues, and that we don't need to reinvent the wheel. And if we want to create a greater level of we don't how to with my clients, all of my clients, and the shifts that I saw really did take place in a very rapid way, and I saw things on a whole new level, and so did they. And does anyone want to know more about this? Drop it in the comment box if this is interesting for you, because I'd love to share one of these big truth bombs, which I'm just holding out a little bit to tell you. So what about if I share with you Ebony's story? Now, the case study with Ebony is that, I've been helping women and couples to have their happy, healthy babies since 2007. And over this time, I've seen an increasing trend of women being quite low, quite stressed out about their fertility journey. And some even really, really, really depressed. And Ebony was one of these women. When she came to me to see me, she was completely exhausted, stressed out, and getting fed up with her fertility journey. And she was sick and tired of putting her life on hold as she was trying anything and everything she knew to help to have her baby. And Ebony was at the point of giving up. Most of all, she couldn't handle more restriction. She didn't want to have less fun in her life. And the Fertile Lifestyle course was her last attempt at doing something to support her fertility. And when Ebony started the Fertile Lifestyle course, we focused on overcoming all of her fertility blocks and bringing in more joy into her life so that she could start to love this incredible journey that she was on. And as Ebony started to apply more and more of the Fertile Lifestyle strategies, she started to see some really amazing results, and she felt happier within herself. Her relationship with her husband improved, and even her family started to comment that she was a nicer person to be around. And in her words, she started to fall in love with her life again, and she felt more joy and happiness than she could ever remember experiencing. And here's what she had to say about her journey. This course has really changed me for the better. I genuinely feel more optimistic. My relationship with my husband and the rest of my family has improved. I feel more in control of my life, and the doctors feel my body is in better shape than ever to attempt my second round of IVF. I am so much more hopeful than ever before. This course has worked wonders for me. Thank you. And Ebony fell pregnant at the age of 40 and gave birth to twins. Isn't that just gorgeous? Not only did she have her beautiful babies, she fell in love with her life again. And the thing is, Ebony's story is not unique. It's common feedback that I often receive from people who have done my Fertile Lifestyle course. And both women and couples get the spark of joy back in their lives, and way more than ever before. And this has also confirmed my research that I was telling you about earlier. So the crucial ingredient to having faster fertility success is infusing joy into your fertility journey. That's the woo-woo thing I was withholding from my clients. But actually, it is the biggest catalyst. It's joy. That's right. Does that sound like something you want? Does that sound like you want more of that in your life? You want more joy? You want to start making life more fun across all areas? Yeah. Well, that is totally possible, because I believe, and the data supports, that the energy frequency of joy and allowing it to infuse your entire life is the number one factor to clients' faster fertility success. Fact. And of course, you can't eat fast food takeaways every day and fail to do the mind mastery techniques and expect to get results. It's got to be a combination of everything, which is what we were looking at before with that 6-pointed diagram. They're all the key elements that you want to be focusing on. So, you know, what I've seen time and time again is that by applying the Fertile Lifestyle protocols, which include the mind mastery, eating, drinking, and supplementing yourself fertile, by becoming fertility fit and applying clean living solutions, the natural byproduct is enhanced energy levels. And that's the energy frequency of joy that gets results, and success leaves clues, just as we read before. I hope this is all making sense, and let's progress on to secret number 3. Some people also think, I don't want to restrict my life or my lifestyle, and I don't want to have to live in a bubble to have a baby. And, you know, you don't need to. And it's best that you don't. Otherwise, you'll end up feeling miserable and the opposite of joy, which will hinder your fertility success. So the truth is, it's possible to not just enjoy, but totally fall in love with your fertility journey, and living a fertile lifestyle will empower you to do this. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Simply model the success of my clients, and you too can have faster fertility success joyfully. So let me ask you a question. Are you enjoying this seminar so far? Let me run through what we've covered so far. We've run through secret 1, why egg reserve is irrelevant and it's all about egg health. Secret number 2, why unexplained infertility is a medical myth and what it really means. And secret number 3, the crucial factor in creating faster fertility success that your doctor hasn't told you. So who wants to take things to the next level? Who wants to put in the Q&A box, I'm ready, if you want to know a little bit more? Let me know that you're ready to up level. Let me know that you what you came here for, that you don't just want to leave it there. You want to take it to the next level. Let me know that, whatever you want in the comments, just share with me what you're experiencing so that I know I have permission to proceed, because I just love stuff like this. I get so excited. This morning, before jumping on here today, I was actually thinking I could hardly sleep last night. I was preparing for this seminar and I just wanted to take things to the next level with you. So let me know, are you ready to take it to the next level? Put in the message box, I am ready, so I know that I have your permission to share things a little bit deeper with you, taking it one step further. All right, so introducing, dun, 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 I won't sing, sorry, the Fertile Lifestyle course. It's an online fertility support coaching program that helps to create faster fertility success. And the Fertile Lifestyle course is all about giving you 30 minutes a day. You don't have to restrict anything, and you do not have to live in a bubble. That is for sure. So here's what you get. You get Fertility My Mastery, which is something that I've created. My powerful Fertility My Mastery is very unique, unlike anything else that you would have ever come across, especially in the field of fertility. And I truly believe it's a big part of the success of the Fertile Lifestyle course from this element alone. It's a step-by-step proven process to clear subconscious barriers and blocks that can be holding you back from fertility success. And you can learn how to identify fertility barriers that are holding you back, which is even more powerful. We can then implement processes to clear these blocks, and Fertility My Mastery will help you to take back control of your life. And this Fertility My Mastery, it's not like hypnotherapy. You are completely conscious, and it can be done in just an hour. Just an hour. Huge shifts. It works so quickly because energy moves through the body quickly. So a lot of mindset processes are really superficial. With My Mastery, also get the Eat, Drink and Supplement Yourself Fertile segment or module. And by doing so, you're going to understand how specific supplements, how specific foods, etc., all work for your body. And there's no one-size-fits-all approach. You'll embrace an 80-20 rule, and also to know which fertility superfoods will support your fertility lifestyle. Never be worried or uncertain about whether you're doing the right thing to support your fertility or not. You'll also get how to become fertility fit. Now, did you know that many women actually over-exercise or do the wrong kind of exercise, which ends up turning fertility off? Yeah, it does. So with the Fertile Lifestyle program, you're doing different fertility fit exercise videos that are actually fun and enjoyable, even for people that don't like exercise. And it's especially enjoyable for people that do like exercise. You'll also be getting a Balancing Hormones for Fertility module, where this is going to play a crucial role in your fertility and how you feel day to day. If you're feeling tired, sluggish, or even depressed, the powerful videos and the meditations and the resources in this module can help you bring harmony to your hormones, to your home, become baby ready. And you'll also learn how to increase your energy level. Fighters gloss over this, and this is actually what I feel is key to faster fertility success. By supporting energy at a cellular level with the Fertile Lifestyle course, you'll actually turn fertility on and feel amazing in the process. Now, before I share with you Rebecca's journey, I just want to say, Josie, thank you so much for sharing. It's been such a long and painful journey for you, and that for you and your husband, and you would love more joy in your fertility journey. And for all the other comments that are coming through, that's good to see. Thank you for being so open and honest. This is a safe space, and I'm happy happy to delve deeper at the end if you do want to, which is why when you've got more energy and you understand how to fuel the body with the energy that you need physically, mentally, and emotionally, then you will achieve these phenomenal results that so many other women before you have. So Rebecca's journey, this fertile lifestyle course really does work for all kinds of women and couples. No matter she had unexplained infertility, and she made the decision to get IVF but wanted to increase her chances of success. So she embarked on the Fertile Lifestyle course. And here's what Rebecca from England had to say. Many thanks to Fiona's Fertile Lifestyle course for making it happen and preparing me for the dreaded IVF process. But she made my body and my mind strong. So we fell pregnant first time we tried IVF. And Rebecca gave birth at the age of 37. Now, who does this program work for? This program works for women and couples who have failed IVF and or IUI, women who are single or using donor sperm, couples who have been trying for years and haven't had success, women who have suffered from multiple miscarriages or unexplained infertility, low or non-existent AMH, endometriosis, PCOS or PCOS. I also have women in their 50s on my books right now. They haven't fallen pregnant yet, but yes, I'm always taking my skills to new levels with all kinds of different clients, and it's something that I would definitely be sharing with you if my 52-year-old client falls pregnant this year, in the next couple of months. So this course, it also works for where you might have deep sexual trauma, or you might want to fall pregnant naturally. Fertility, like IVF or IUI or ICSI or Clomid, or women who have had clots or do have clots or cysts, fibroids even. And I help to dissolve fibroids naturally. It's a slow process, but it does work. And I also help women and couples who have tried everything else and are ready to give up. So, one reason why people don't get started is, you might be thinking that you don't have time. Well, good news. This course has been developed so that you can just get by with 30 minutes a day, committing just 30 minutes. And success coach Tony Robbins, who I mentioned earlier, says that if you don't have 30 minutes in your day to achieve your goals, then you don't actually have a life. And even if this means getting up 15 minutes earlier and going to bed 15 minutes later, everyone can fit 30 minutes into your day. And here's what you're going to get with my Fertile Lifestyle course. You're going to get the Fertility My Mastery, the power of understanding your personal fertility journey, eating, drinking, and supplementing yourself fertile, clean living support, become fertility fit enjoyably, how to balance hormones for fertility, step by step, increase your energy levels, manage your moods, manage your stress, and relationship coaching. And all of this is valued at $12,997. The mindset and happiness hacks. You will get potent and powerful manifestation masterclasses, hundreds of fertility boosting meditations, step-by-step processes so you know exactly what to do to have fertility success, fertility boosting recipes that taste amazing, shopping lists and guides, downloadable resources, worksheets and workshops. And with these tools, you'll be able to infuse joy throughout your life, fall in love with your fertility journey, speed up your fertility success, master your mind and emotions, release and heal any subconscious blockages and barriers. Around 13 years learning and researching and applying and trialing these techniques on thousands and thousands of women over time. And I have refined my processes and continually improved them to optimize my clients' results. So throughout the time that I created the Fertile Lifestyle course, I've seen every kind of fertility challenge you can imagine. And what's common is that they leave an emotional scar for each woman or each couple. And one lady, Kelly, she came to me, not because she had anything challenging her physically, but the doctors couldn't figure it out. And she was in excellent health. Her hormones looked great from all the tests. She was incredibly fertile, but no matter what her and her partner did. They just couldn't get pregnant. And he was tested, and his swimmers were going strong, and they just couldn't figure out what was going on. So Kelly saw some of my online videos, and that's when she decided to get in touch. And she learned about my fertile lifestyle course, and she signed up to my Fertility My Mastery because she knew that the program wasn't physical, and that she was wanting to know more about her problem wasn't physical, and that she wanted to know more about the My Mastery because she believed it would make a difference, which it always does. So basically, what came out in her session, she told me that whilst physically she was in great health, mentally there was something that was troubling her. And nearly a decade prior, she had a really horrible thing happen to her. She'd actually been gang raped. Physically, the damage had healed, obviously, and there was nothing preventing her pregnancy. But emotionally, as you can imagine, those wounds were still very, very deep, very, very raw. And she had done counselling before, and for 10 years prior to seeing me, but it hadn't got to the root issue with her fertility. So we got to work applying the Fertile Mind Mastery module together, and the outcome was incredible. After nearly 10 years of suffering from such a horrible burden, she was emotionally released and freed. And once that burden was lifted and the subconscious barriers to falling pregnant were lifted, Kelly said that she returned to her old self again and started to feel so much happier and more secure than she'd ever done a decade ago. And soon after that, she and her partner were pregnant, and they had their happy, healthy baby. And I don't share that story to impress you, but to impress upon you that the importance of clearing out barriers and blocks really do improve your fertility. And every time a client of mine experiences a fertility setback, whether it's a bad test result, a miscarriage, or even something as horrible as what Kelly went through, they all leave emotional trauma. And that's why no matter what the fertility challenge is, the Fertility My Mastery really does make a massive impact on my clients' lives. And, you know, Kelly went on to say that she, and this is going to blow your mind, was overall, after she had her children and she, reached what she wanted to reach, she actually found peace. And she said that she was glad that it had happened because it made her so strong. And she actually sought out some of the people that gang raped her, and she actively went up to them and forgave them, and they couldn't believe it. But she had literally transformed herself from that deep, deep core level, and it freed her and it healed her, and it made her such a strong, strong woman. And of course, no one has to go through that to realize their strengths. But no matter what you're going through, we can turn that around to your benefit, and you can achieve what you want to achieve in your life. And you don't have to let what's happened to date determine what's going to happen in the future. So, time and money saved. As I said, it's taken me nearly 13 years to develop these powerful tools, and joining the Fertile Lifestyle course will save you time and money, as these processes are proven to work. And you might be thinking, I don't want to change my life. I want to change my diet. I just want someone else to do the work for me, or I don't have time to do X, Y, and Z. I'm already doing everything possible and it's still not working. And the truth is, it takes less than what you think it does to make a big difference in your fertility markers. It just needs to be the right action to get the right results. That's all. So what you get is 12 in-depth modules covering everything you need to create faster fertility success. Your in-depth eat, drink, and supplement yourself fertile, clean living solutions, become fertility fit enjoyably, balancing hormones, increasing energy levels, managing moods, managing stress, relationship coaching, self-healing and nurturing, fertility status checkup, all valued at $12,997. You'll get instant access to 11 specialist modules, including quizzes, support if you're over 40, assisted fertility support, so for IVF and IUI, help if you've got clots or cysts or endometriosis or fibroids, or for him or miscarriages or PCOS, or even just taking a break. And that's valued at $6,997. You've also got the fertility journal valued at $97. And you've also got access to fertility meditations, hundreds of meditations, valued at over $597. And sorry, that should be $5,997. And so it's valued at over $20,688. However, even though you will have a proven step-by-step system to follow that guides you to make minor tweaks in your day-to-day life that result in improved fertility markers, I want to give it to you at a valuable offer today. So if all this online course did was to help you reignite the joy in your fertility journey, making your emotional set point day in, day out, one of a heightened state, would that be worth it? So if you were feeling happy every single day and therefore having more energy, wouldn't that just be worth it in itself? See, I had two choices when creating this online fertile lifestyle course. One, I could make it cheap, or two, I could make it valuable. And the fertile lifestyle course, valued at $20,688. Regular price on my website is $1,999, which is equivalent to $2,448. Is something that I want to do discounted for you today. So the fertile lifestyle course is something that really does get results. As you can see, it comes with an array of different coaching videos. There's so many pages to read of your workbook. There's recipe books. There's such an in-depth array of support. And I respect that you've showed up today for this seminar, which means you are a high action taker. So today, the fertile lifestyle course is not going to cost you $20,688, even though it's valued at that. It's not. I don't want you to have to pay $2,448, which is the regular price, which is £1,999 on my site. Today, I want to offer it to you for just $1,997 American dollars. And this is for my digital program. So you've got two choices here. There's a money back guarantee, but the real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Even if only half of what I claim today is going to work for you, it'll still pay for itself, because it's only going to take an extra 30 minutes of your time every single day for you to see results. And I'm also going to offer you a bonus, a one-on-one onboarding session. So the first 10 people only. The one-on-one onboarding session for the first 10 people is what I'm offering for women who sign up tonight or today, depending on what time zone you're listening. And it's going to allow you to get faster, and it's going to be faster and easier for you to get the most out of the course, because I'm going to offer you expert guidance for the first 10 people only, a one-on-one session to help you to get set up for this. And this is valued at $497, but I'm going to include that for you so as that we can get you faster results. So let's just recap on everything you're going to be getting. You get 90 days access to the Fertile Lifestyle course, 12 in-depth specialized modules covering everything you need to create faster fertility success, valued at $12,997. Instant access to 11 specialized support modules, valued at $6,997. You've got your fertility journal, valued at $97, and hundreds of meditations at $5,997. And with all of those meditations, you don't have to do all of them. They don't have to do hundreds and hundreds of them. You are guided by your personality type. You're guided by how much time you have, because it's written out in time segments. So if you've got 5 minutes, you do the 5-minute meditation. If you've got 45 minutes, you do the 45-minute meditation. And they're all themed depending on what you need. So you might only choose the same 10 meditations over and over again. You're still going to get results. And there's different meditations. There's the IVF support sequence. There's so many different meditations. If you're lacking energy, you get that. If you didn't sleep well, if you need to improve your sleep, if you've got anxiety, if you've got a heartache, if you're grieving, if you're trying to deal with certain emotions, there's so many different meditations. And there's also countless Q&As to address any question you might have, and that is priceless. This is valued at over $21,185 in total, including the extra 1 hour that I'm going to be giving you as the one-on-one guidance, the one-on-one onboarding. So the Fertile Lifestyle course today only $1,997 US. If you've got any questions, put them into the question box, and I'm going to show you. I'm just going to clear my screen sharing. I'm going to give you access to my offer. So you can see it converted into pounds. If anyone's paying in pounds, it's worth 1,649. But when you go to the Join Now button, you've got 24 hours to make use of this offer. When you do that, then you'll be able to pay in American dollars. All right, so I'm just going to have a look at your chat and see if there's any questions that have come through, and if you'd like me to specifically run through anything with you. Okay, great to see what you're all saying. Ren, Haley, Josie, Anna, Lino, Maya. Yeah, it was difficult for Kelly, wasn't it, Josie? Michelle, the 2 expiring bonuses. Okay, maybe that hasn't come up. I'll send you guys the link straight after this so you'll get access to it. The 2 expiring bonuses are that you can get the online course for the $1,997, which is equivalent to the 1,600 and what was the figure? Let's have a look. 1,649 pounds, or it's $1,997, or you can get that in a 3-part payment. So I will send that to you, and that's available for the next 24 hours. Josie, I think I'm ready to join. Is there anyone that should not do this? Okay, that's a good question. I've never had a question like that before. Why do you feel that it might not work for you? Where's that coming from, Josie? I'm assuming it's really someone who is, maybe you haven't had your period for a long time and you're in your 50s. Perhaps that, because I haven't helped anyone in that league yet, and maybe you have run out of eggs. I don't know. But if you haven't had your period for a long time and you're in your 30s or mid 40s, I've helped women turn that around. So it depends on what your situation is. But as I was mentioning earlier in the seminar, it's more about your attitude. If you have in your heart of hearts that inner knowing that I can get pregnant, I just don't know how, and I don't know why it's not happening, and you've got that inner dialogue going on, then this is what can genuinely help you. I've helped women who've had fallopian tubes removed, and of course they had to do IVF, and I help to prepare them mentally and emotionally. I prepare their womb lining, because that's what needs to hold the baby through to full term. I teach them how to commune with baby in spirit form, and then when they're in the baby's womb. So there's a lot of things that I can help with, despite medical setbacks that you might have right now. I hope that answers your question, Josie. Let me know if there's anything specific that you're referring to. So, like I was mentioning, it has helped women with all kinds of medical problems, and turning those medical problems around. It's helped women who are really depressed, who have suffered multiple miscarriages. Or one lady recently she got back in touch with me after failing 12 rounds of IVF. I had a client who was struggling to get pregnant. Nothing was working. She practically given up. She came to see me. She fell pregnant with her first child, and she was just over the moon. And then she's subsequently had two children since. And she just couldn't believe it, that once we'd got the ball rolling and we cleared some stuff for her, it became so easy for her to have multiple pregnancies and multiple children after that. So it really does help. And women who've had such trauma, like it might not even be to do with fertility, but they've just gone through trauma in their life, huge amounts of stress, or someone who was sick in their family who they had to look after. And they felt that they've given so many years of their life away to other people. And they come to me in their late 40s and say, I'm now ready to have a baby. Or even they come to me in their late 40s because they've only just met their partner. And they say, I'm now ready to have a baby. So it's one of those things, isn't it? Yeah, it just depends on, like I said, the person's attitude. And if they feel that they can get pregnant, then I can help them. And even women who say to me, you're my last hope, I'm feeling really flat, I'm really over this journey, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know what I want. I don't even know if I will actually have a child. I'm just giving it one last shot, but I am so exhausted. And I'm even able to turn those types of people around. And they end up having children and they feel that they've achieved the biggest dream of their entire life. So this is really workable for everybody, no matter where you're coming from, what your background is. Oh, Michelle. Yep, that's me. Josie. Okay, yes, I think it can help then. Okay. Any more questions? I'm here to help you, lovely ladies. If you think of a question after the seminar and about your fertility journey, then join my fertility help group if you haven't already. And I answer questions every single week in that group, and I answer it anonymously for you when I do my videos. And yeah, I think this is an amazing offer. Now's the time to definitely purchase this online course, because that's the one that gets you results. And you've got the two choices. You can either pay up front and you save over £300, which is a phenomenal savings, like $900, over $900 American dollars, or you can pay in 3 installments. And I'm just going to share the offer with you again so you can have a look. There we are. And I'll send you an email as well after this so you can have a look and mull things over. The thing is, this course gets results, and as you know, it comes with a money back guarantee. So it will improve your fertility. That's what's guaranteed. And the amount of women that actually start enjoying their life and actually love their bodies and trust their bodies and love their fertility journey. And I want this for you too. This is the thing. I don't want you suffering. I want you getting the answers you need and the support you need too. So, does anyone have any more questions before we close tonight's seminar? Hey, Haley, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Michelle, yeah, the money back guarantee, yeah, is what comes with the course, the online course. So when you go to subscribe to the course, you will see in the terms and conditions what the money back guarantee is. Josie, you've answered all my questions. Thank you very much for letting me know. Maya, you said, thank you, Fiona. You're absolutely welcome. Okay, thank you so much for your feedback. And like I said, I'll be sending you guys the links now in an email. and you can access these two expiring giveaways, so to speak, utility scripting method. And this is a wonderful way for you to manage your mindset. It's really, really powerful, and it's something additional to the online course. So I look forward to sharing that with you too. On that note, have yourself a beautiful rest of the evening if you're in Western Australia, or Australia for that matter. And if you're from the UK, enjoy the rest of your day, and I look forward to speaking with you all in the next 24 hours. Bye for now.